You immediately see them 3 wide. They spun the tires a little bit on the start, and you see them 3 wide for the lead right off the bat. As they go into turn 3 here, this is where the wind's going to be really sketchy for them. You're getting a big push down the backstretch, big tailwind here. When you get into the corner, this is where it's going to be a handful.
No fear, A.J. Allmendinger.
Wouldn't put it against him to put it 3 wide on the start, but didn't deter him with that wind going into the first turn. Chandler Smith coming out with a good launch, good restart, and the lead.
Look at Custer.
It's unbelievable. You saw none of them made the bottom in turns 3. They all overestimated their grip level, and it's still 3 wide around here.
Yeah, it's fun, these starts of the race.
Yeah, this is a fun view. I love this view. You can kind of see, if you're Riley Herbst here, you're just trying to peek your left front out a little bit. You're hoping that car in front of you as the caution comes out here.
8 laps in, first caution of the afternoon. And it's the man we were talking about, Parker Retzloff, left rear.
See a 31, he's sideways back there.
So it could be one or two things. You can either get the tire rub early in a run and have too much of it as you travel the car at peak pace or on low air. Or he might have had contact with somebody else, as Joey's figuring out the telestrator here.
It took him 250 miles last week at Atlanta.
That's a pretty good size hit there.
Yeah, I wonder how much damage that did to the 1 car as well, right on that right rear.
There you see a much more solid start on the outside row here.
Oh, AJ, 3 wide. Who'd have thought?
This is like a replay of the start of the race when Allmendinger gets out of line. It's really in the middle, going backwards is Nemechek.
And it really worked out for AJ making that move as he gets up to second.
Tomorrow on Fox, Caitlin Clark, the all-time NCAA women's scoring leader, is only 18 points away from Pistol Pete's NCAA scoring record. Now in her final home game, she leads Iowa against second-ranked Ohio State. Witness history tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern on Fox. Go ahead, Logano. Work the
22 with the double deuce. They're strong this weekend. Look out. Look out. Here we see Ryan Ellis get really loose right there. We don't know what happened. We don't have all the cameras up top because of the wind, but obviously a huge save right there.
Parker Kligerman, one of the first ones to do it. Justin Allgaier already up to 8th. Interesting to see how this track changes as Shane goes to the garage.
What a shame there. You wonder here too, overheating wise.
That rubber is starting to get laid down up there, and it's getting a little bit more difficult to run up there as Riley Herbst saw him a little loose at the beginning of the run, starting to wrap this line, be disciplined. The same things that won him this race last time in the fall. Getting him some spots here on this long run.
Any driver that's strong right now, that's an indicator. They put the setup in, make sure we're good late in the run, and could be indicative. Dominant in stage 1. Gets the lead from the jump, and he's going to have the advantage for the entire 45-lap stint to begin this race.
Green checker right here. Just match your gauges for me.
Stage 1 winner, Chandler Smith. He continues to impress at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 3rd stage win of his career. Stage 2 underway at Vegas. Chandler Smith took that outside lane coming from row 4. We'll see how aggressive the 81 is here.
Looks like there's a bunch of trash on the grill of the 21 there. It's inside lane, outside lane pretty even going into turn 3. Austin's trying to get clear.
Still tight. Yeah, that's a tight clear. As a driver, nothing that ticks me off more than that. I'm like, come on, man.
I was going to say, he's going to remember that later in the race.
And then Riley knows, I think he's got a really fast car on the long haul. He's got to survive the first few here, keep himself in the game, stay close. John Hunter Nemechek just took the lead pretty easily.
I wonder if he was trying to get behind another car to get that temp off.
Oh, I could believe that. And he still doesn't have it off.
Didn't even expect that to happen. Pretty big momentum loss off of 4.
No, I think you hit it right on, Austin. He's trying to clear that off. Josh?
Yeah, and for the 21 of Austin Hill, like you guys are saying, he's got debris on the front of that car. They told him to drop back and do what you can to get low so you could get some help to get that debris off.
Just to clamp this right rear. Doesn't happen. Crossover. Get that side draft. What's John Hunter do here? Is
keep him out
momentum.
there.
Chandler Smith inside of his teammate. Final lap, stage 2 at Vegas.
Got him.
And there goes the 81. He waited, he waited, he waited, and he pounced. Get out the broom.
Right,
Chandler Smith
Smith
sweeping stage 1 and stage 2.
A great example of patience.
Absolutely.
Right there. Patient about it, waited for the mistake. Saw, John Hunter was in his mirror so much that eventually when John Hunter went to the bottom, he said, I'll take it. I'll go to the top. It's
keep
weird
an eye on,
because he's such a bottom guy the whole race so far. He gave up the front row. You'll see how this works.
keep an eye on Kligerman, too. Went from 8th to 13th on pit road, so he's got some ground to make up in the final stage.
Good equal push. Riley was able to stay pretty well connected for the outside lane. Hopefully see this opportunity play out. As we see Chandler Smith fighting back. Get that side draft like you talked about, Joey. You're going to see John Hunter trying to get to that right rear quarter panel. Gets there, loses downforce. Definitely going to hurt Chandler off the corner as John Hunter's going to try and avoid the side draft down the front straightaway. Gets him pretty hard going into turn 1.
On a restart, middle portion of stage 2, rallied back, and if he had another lap, he was going to beat Austin Hill a season ago. So you never write off the 7 until the race is done. And you mentioned caution. We've got one, 4th of the afternoon.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Parker Retzlaff in the 31, involved in an early crash, was already 6 laps down.
Better launch on the outside, a little more connected.
72 to go as we're green again.
Allmendinger gets put 3 wide.
See, they're back there, 3 wide, pretty far back there. Everyone's getting aggressive now.
Hey, Almirola's up in that mix. Austin Hill coming through in the outside lane.
Well, it would be really interesting. He stayed out, like you said, Austin, those couple laps. He's definitely lost time in those laps. He's got to execute on and off pit road. The pit crew has to nail this pit stop right here to even have a chance.
Allgaier has stayed out. He takes over the race lead. He's in front of Almirola, Josh Williams, Sheldon Creed, Anthony Alfredo. All those drivers still need to make a stop. The reigning champ had finished outside the top 10 in the first 2 races this year. Needs something good to happen, and it has this weekend. There he goes to the outside of the 98 of Riley Herbst.
Yeah, this is a good little cluster here for kind of inevitably second on back.
It's always so much fun when you get your car working up against the wall. You just smush it up against there and let her rip. I mean, it's a lot of fun when you got one that can do that and no one else can really pull that off. You're just able to go race well. Chandler Smith following through Austin Hill.
Joe Gibbs Racing today has been outstanding. Early portion of the event belonged to Chandler Smith, winning stage 1, stage 2. Final stage has been all about John Hunter Nemechek. 3 to go. And the coach's kids leading over 170 laps this afternoon.
Coming here, white flag at the line.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. John Hunter Nemechek, full time at the Cup Series now. Won here at Vegas in a truck back in 2021. His dad Joe won here in an Xfinity car in 2003. Nemechek has been special today, leading just shy of 100 laps.
Yes, boys. Thank you. Thank you, Tyler.
10th career victory. Nemechek cashes in at Vegas.
They did a great job. They executed the race very well. I obviously had a really fast race car, but they executed the race well.